Hi friends, how are you? In this video we are going to learn about the functions of plasma proteins. First, see the headings: osmotic pressure, viscosity, immunity, coagulation, transport, buffering, protein store, synthetic function, and last one is determination of ESR, erythrocyte sedimentation rate. Okay. First, functions of plasma proteins. Osmotic pressure. Plasma proteins are osmotically active molecules, and the osmotic pressure of plasma due to plasma proteins is called oncotic pressure. Note this point, guys. Osmotic pressure of plasma due to plasma proteins is called oncotic pressure. The normal osmotic pressure is 25 mmHg. Once again, note this point. Normal oncotic pressure is 25 mmHg. This pressure helps in maintaining volume of vascular compartment. Oncotic pressure retains fluid in the vascular compartment and therefore prevents loss of fluid from capillaries into the interstitial tissue space. This oncotic pressure prevents loss of fluid from capillaries into the interstitial tissue space. Functionally, it opposes the action of hydrostatic pressure. Note this point: oncotic pressure functionally opposes the action of hydrostatic pressure. Therefore, when oncotic pressure decreases due to hypoproteinemia, as occurs in liver and kidney diseases, edema manifests due to escape of water into the interstitial tissue fluid. Okay, this is the cause why the edema occurs in liver and kidney diseases. Okay, guys. When oncotic pressure decreases due to hypoproteinemia, as occurs in liver and kidney diseases, edema manifests due to escape of water into interstitial tissue space. The oncotic pressure is due to presence of albumin in the plasma. Oncotic pressure is due to presence of albumin in the plasma. Okay. Next, viscosity. Plasma protein contributes to about 50% of the viscosity of blood. Red cells account for rest of the viscosity. The viscosity depends on the molecular shape of the plasma protein. This is why fibrinogen molecules that are elongated and fibrillar in shape contribute more to blood viscosity than albumin molecules that are ellipsoid in structure. Okay, guys. Next, immunity. Antibodies are plasma proteins, gamma globulins. Antibodies mediate humoral immunity that protects the body from infections, especially extracellular pathogens, and from the effect of toxic substances. Next, coagulation. Blood clotting depends on concentration of fibrinogen that forms fibrin thread, the final step in blood coagulation. Also, other clotting factors like prothrombin are plasma proteins. Transport. Plasma proteins serve as carrier molecule for transport of various substances like hormones, drugs, and metals, etc. Next, buffering. Plasma proteins form an important buffering system of the body called protein buffers. This help in acid-base balance of the body. Protein storage. Plasma proteins serve as mobile protein reserve of the body, which can be utilized for tissue growth, especially in situations of protein depletion. Synthetic function. Plasma protein provides substrate for the synthesis of protein hormones like erythropoietin, etc., and various enzymes. And next is determination of Erythrocyte sedimentation rate. Erythrocyte sedimentation rate mostly depends on the concentration of fibrinogen in the plasma. Fibrinogen facilitates Rolex formation, which in turn increases the rate of sedimentation of red cells. Therefore, the condition in which fibrinogen concentration is more like acute inflammations, ESR becomes more. Okay, I think it is clear to you. In next video we are going to learn about the separation of plasma proteins. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.